This area is the common area for all the patrol officers. This is where they report for duty, go off duty, and perform multiple tasks throughout their shift, such as writing reports, checking emails, returning phone calls, and completing online training assignments. There are usually 3 or 4 officers on duty at any one time, with as many as 7 officers sharing this area during shift changes. This is also the area where the copy machine is housed, booking and fingerprinting takes place, interviewing of witnesses and victims, evidence packing is performed, the storage of records for the records section, and where evidence packing supplies are kept. There is another room adjacent to this area that is used for equipment storage and has a computer for video download, employee mailboxes, work-related documents, as well as the field training records. In this room, there are also a few small lockers for the officers to store supplies needed for performance of their duties. There are not enough lockers for each officer, so some officers must share a locker. The oncoming shift has a pre-shift briefing called roll call, where they discuss information regarding occurrences from the previous shift, BOLOs, and crime information from surrounding agencies. The sergeant also conducts a brief training session, which lasts about 10 minutes, covering high liability issues among other things. During this same time, the shift that is getting off duty is at the station finishing their paperwork and turning it into their supervisor for review and approval. This is also the time when a training officer might be documenting the day's activities with a trainee and filling out the daily observation report. There is a lot of conversation going back and forth between the sergeant and the officers trying to finish up their shift. As you can readily see, the room is not big enough to have that number of people working in it. It is literally standing room only and lacks desk space as well as seating, which is sorely needed during these shifts. It is also very chaotic with all this going on simultaneously. Due to the close proximity to the communications center and the noise created during these shift changes, it sometimes creates distractions that inhibit the communications officer from being able to perform their duties efficiently. These distractions and noise in the background are unprofessional when a citizen calls the communications center. The building's accommodations are both ineffective and inefficient. The squad room should be significantly larger, and there should be a separate room co-located to hold the shift briefings for the oncoming shift, separate from the shift going off duty. There should also be an area for the supervisors to store some items, as well as an area of privacy for the supervisors to deal with any personal issues with their staff.